They were pretty, I would say, neutral as far as they were just kind of even. I was just trying to focus on each day at a time, and the things I could control, and just be present, wherever I was.
Is it jarring to see your name mentioned as a possible trade candidate?
I haven't looked at it. Obviously people have made it aware to me, but I try to stay the same, just stay neutral. I don't really have much to say about it. So.
Do you feel like a sense of relief now, or how would you describe kind of just how you're feeling at this point? Right, so we were saying about
I'm moving around to the other side.
and
Obviously, the better I know the playbook, the more comfortable I am, the faster I can play. Healthy, same thing. The more I can stay healthy, and just slow things down. So healthy I can stay. Same thing, the better I'll be. Thank you.
Thanks. Well, very excited for sure. I mean, I heard from Elliott himself. I mean, I'm just excited to be here and, start this new chapter. So,
what was the conversation like, and who did you call right away when you got the news?
Got to call my family, call my girlfriend as well. Those were the first three people: my mom and dad and my girlfriend. And then, got a lot of love. So I was just, excited to see all that.
When you began this journey, undrafted free agent out of Cal Poly, what was it like coming over here? And then how much more confident have you gotten as you progressed here through camp and now through the preseason for the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, I was just excited to go to work. I was excited to have this opportunity, and it didn't really matter to me where I ended up undrafted, drafted. I was excited to have an opportunity here and, make a home for myself, make a name for myself. And, I'm just going to keep on going.
Where's the NFL dream been in your mind? How long has it been in your mind of trying to make it in the NFL?
I mean, you always have that thought when you little and you playing football. You see all the older guys playing on the NFL. You're like, I want to do that one day. And, I think with me growing up, I was switching different positions, didn't really know what stuck. I think it really started, the dream started coming alive when I got to Cal Poly, when I started becoming a defense end, making a name for myself there. So that's when the dream became real, at least for me.
And now you've made it. How much hungry are you to stay?
Oh, yeah, like I said, it's just the beginning. So, I mean, a lot more work has to go into it. So I'm just excited to get started.
I know you said it's only the beginning, but how much has this environment here allowed you to grow and ultimately make the most of it?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody, all the coaches, all the staff has, put in a lot for me to, excel and to be my best. So, I mean, I take pride in all of that and just keep using my opportunities.
Mike Vrabel mentioned how you being on special teams was a big thing that kind of helped your chances of making the roster. What helped you kind of grow? Because I know you didn't do a lot of special teams in college. Were there any people that helped you be successful?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was just willing to do that. I have whatever to do to help the team out. So I mean, taking the coaching points from Coach Springer and just applying them to on the field daily, and just letting everything else play out the way it needs to play out.
how do you shift now from the emotions of maybe the last 24 hours to now just getting on the field and just focusing about nothing else but Patriots football?
I mean, the emotions. I want some new emotions. Start winning some games, and so that's like where the focus is at. So just going back into the playbook, back into watching film, and just get the ball rolling.
I know this can kind of be like a nerve-wracking process for a lot of players, but what was your confidence level, heading into this? Were you expecting to get a call? Were you confident with what you showed on the field?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big believer in everything will work out the way it needs to work out. I'm confident in my ability and what I can do on the field. So I mean, I like just take my opportunities and show what I needed to show, and I'm just glad to be in this position. So.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Making the team.
It's pretty awesome, pretty special. Put a lot of hard work into it, but I can't thank, my coaches and the guys around me for allowing me to take advantage of the opportunity, and then coaches for giving me the opportunity. So I'm truly blessed, truly thankful, and excited to just kind of get after it.
Did you kind of could see it was coming? How'd you find out? Who did you call?
No, I mean, definitely always you kind of hope for it, but definitely was always just thinking about how can I get better today, and then yesterday it happened, and I was like, all right, well, we'll see what happens, you know, and kind of go with the flow a little bit. So yeah.
How did you find out? Like, what were you doing when you got the call?
Yeah, Elliot brought me into his office and told me there, and so it was pretty surreal, pretty sweet. Gave him a couple hugs, man. I couldn't thank him enough. So pretty special moment.
And then who did you call first to tell them?
Girlfriend was actually here, so I got to
Okay.
tell her, which was awesome. And then my parents, best friend, college coach, high school coach, a little bit of everyone. So everyone's super excited. Everyone's, you know, wishing me the best as we move forward.
What's your attitude now going forward?
Same attitude, you know, just how can I help the team out? How can we win games? What do I have to do just to continue to get better each and every day? You know, I just feel like if I continue with the attitude I had that got me here, it's going to help me, allow me to grow and become a better player.
You healthy?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
How big of a role do you think special teams will play in your spot on this team right now?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think thinking my ability to do kind of different roles and different stuff will allow me to stay here longer and allow me to elevate my role into different situations where I want to be on the field.
I know there's been a lot of comparisons throughout the months of Danny Amendola, Jordan Edelman, Troy Brown, all those guys. Have you been able to contact or get in touch with any of those guys?
Yeah, I talked to Danny when he was here for the practice a couple weeks ago. So got a quick little conversation with him. Nothing with Julian, but I saw like the little podcast, a little snippet of that. But that was pretty cool. But besides that, just kind of watching their film, trying to study them, trying to do things that they did here as well.
Logistically, just what changes for you now that you've been living in the hotel and now you have to find like a place to live and like all of that
Yeah,
stuff?
I've been in the hotel literally this morning and last night trying to find a new spot, but because I don't know how long we get to stay in the hotel, but we'll see. They're, you know, we got great people here to help us out with that, so just trying to lean on them and lean on anyone that kind of the older guys that have been through it before.
I'm sure you feel pressure to get this through training camp, but now that you're here, is there still pressure, but maybe it's a different kind of pressure to make sure you're holding on to the place?
Yeah, I think probably just expectations and stuff I put on myself more than anything about, you know, just trying to become the best player I can be with just the standards I set for myself. If that's offense, special teams, whatever it is, just trying to be great each and every day.
We haven't seen you out in the field for the last week or so. How difficult is that for you personally to have to miss time with an injury?
Yeah, definitely difficult, you know, because you want to be out there, and especially being an undrafted guy, you know, you feel like you're missing an opportunity, and, you know, that's how I felt, but just trying to do everything I can to get back out there and excited to get back out there with the guys and start running around.
At what point in the day did Elliot call you into his office? Like, how long did you have to sweat it out?
It was probably like 12.
Okay.
12 once, so not too bad, but I was here working out, doing some stuff, and then he told me to come in. I was like, here we go, but it was pretty sweet.
So you wanted to be in the facility leading up to, or did you try to get away at all?
Um,
You waited?
No, I mean, I knew I was going to come in, work out, do treatment, and so I was like, well, I got to do that, so I was like, I'm going to come in and do it, and then kind of see what happens from there.
I think Drake said maybe you're like you're like first team all treatment guy or something along those lines.
He always jokes me, he's like, man, you always in here. And I'm like, I'm just trying to stay right, man. So, but yeah.
Why is that? I mean, is that always been part of your routine?
I just think, you know, kind of availability is best available. What is it? Availability is the best ability, right? And you know, for me to not be out there the past couple of weeks really sucks. I'm in there 2-3 times a day trying to do as much as I can to get back. So yeah.
Obviously, you had a lot of catches in the spring. To start off the summer, you didn't have as many, then it really ramped up in the last few weeks. What do you think that was, and how much urgency was there for you to pick things up as the summer went along?
Yeah, I just think it's just staying consistent in my process with whatever it is. You know, I can't control the ball coming to me and what's going on, what the defense is doing, stuff like that. So just continuing to play ball and then kind of let the results speak for itself.
Did you get a chance to talk to Elijah Ponder, fellow undrafted?
I did. Pretty sweet. You know, we played in the same conference. We got the same agent. So we spent a lot of time together this offseason training and stuff like that. So it's pretty special to, you know, just the Big Sky. You know, I love the Big Sky, and to compete against him for 4 years, and now we're both in the same spot and we made the team. It's pretty special.
What about being in the Big Sky Conference? Do you feel like help prepare you to make the NFL stage and take advantage of opportunities?
I think it's some of the best competition in the FCS. I think each week we're playing against playoff teams, and I think last year we had 6 teams in the playoffs, and we weren't one of those teams, unfortunately. But we got great competition, great coaches. They always pushing us. We always schedule big games. You know, I played Oregon, Florida, Nevada, Fresno State, so I got those big games when I was there. But you know, I love everything about the Big Sky Conference.
Thanks, Efton.
Best abilities.
What excites you about this wide receiver group?
Man, the different personalities, it's fun, with these guys, and you got different personalities, you got the Matt Hollins, that's a different, Steph, and great leaders. Feel like we got great leadership in our room, and Coach TD, I feel like he's been doing a great job with us, and he got that QB, and he got an offensive coordinator mindset too, so that's what makes our room better.
Efton talked about getting the word officially.
Yeah.
What's that like? How much can you relate to that and just say, you gotta feel good for a kid like that?
Man, I'm proud of him, man. If y'all seen what he's been doing, man, y'all been at practices and the games, man. I'm super proud of him, and you feel me? He been doing this thing, and he been taking it from the classroom to the field, and I'm definitely proud.
On the flip side of that, seeing Kendrick go, how tough is that? But what did you learn from him, and what do you mean to you?
Man, that one hurts. That guy, he brought energy and nothing but smiles. But this how the game go. You'll get close to somebody, and the next day they could be gone. But it's okay because I know he gonna land somewhere.
What'd you learn from him?
A lot. Just I say, man, no matter what you're going through, he come in with a smile on his face. So I feel like he doesn't show, when he's down. I feel like that's a strength. So I learned that, coming here, no matter what I'm going through, just come in there and, smile. I can put a smile on somebody else's face.
How much you full bore now getting ready for the Raiders?
Say that again?
How much you full bore as a group getting ready for the Raiders?
Oh, I'm ready. Just keep practicing, stacking days. We come we stack days. I feel like we can come out and be, prepared.
Thanks. How much did you learn from it? The adjustment. How much did you learn about yourself?
I learned a lot. This has probably been one of my more, difficult, not difficult, but I had a big time adjustment. I've been in a similar defense since college. 3-4 outside linebacker. Just the scheme. Having to learn a new scheme and learning, coaches, players, and how to do my job differently. It's just been. It's been humbling for me, just to be able to do that, and I'm looking forward to the season.
And what does it mean to be a Patriot?
It means a lot. At the end of the day, at heart, I'm a Patriot. I love being out here. I love playing. I'm looking forward to the season.
I know you just mentioned there was a lot of adjustment this offseason. Mike Vrabel last week kind of complimented your mindset and your ability to take the most of your opportunities. Where does that approach come from with you, and what was your mental approach to this whole summer now looking back on it?
Yeah, I think it just comes with, being a professional. At the end of the day, I can only control what I can control. Everything else, I don't got no control over that. But I can control my attitude, my effort, and, how I show up. That's what I try to focus on.
As a team now, how much you in go mode to get ready for the Raiders coming up a week from Sunday?
Yeah, I think we all excited about it. We've been practicing against each other for, a month and a half, off season, OTAs. We're looking to focus on, somebody else and, go out and start stacking wins.
You mentioned you've been in a similar system since Alabama. Is there an aspect of it that might be a little bit fun to not have to read as much in this defense and be able to get upfield?
Yeah, it's just being able to, do different things and, just mix it up. I've been doing, certain things. Now I can mix it up and, like you said, let go a little bit and, looking forward to it.
Has it helped to have a guy like Harold Landry in the room who's been in this system before and obviously has a ton of experience in it?
Yeah, no doubt. We got a lot of veteran guys. Keon, KC, the younger guys, they coming along. And, Mike Smith, he coached a lot of good players, played in the league. So his perspective, kind of mean a lot. So we just looking forward to it, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.